Everything in Jake favor. I'm loving it, man. Ready? Shalom, shalom, y'all Australia, Hebrew Israelites, Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's going to happen to the process of downfall of Babylon the Great? First things first, we already heading towards the east. We'll give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which is the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. The correct name is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone and Shalom. To you, sister brothers, living in truth. And Shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying and show yourselves approved. Come today, Yahshua, being the good watchman that we are for the nation of Israel. What we're starting to see is Esau is wanting to turn up the heat, man. Esau is ready to show his hatred to the nation of Israel. This dude is ready to shed blood. You know, you can see that with dudes like Chud the Builder, all the copycats. A lot of Jakes getting unalive right about now. I'm hearing about Jakes getting lynched, you know, hanging from trees or whatnot. Northern tribe and the Southern tribe. So it's letting us know this, like, when you look on social media, like TikTok and YouTube, you know, Esau is doing confessions right now. And in their confessions, they're letting it be known, like, hey, man, I'm ready to just take out these so-called black people, man. I'm tired of them complaining. They made up words about the black fatigue. Like, I'm just sick of y'all. They're putting their pride, saying we got guns, we got manufacturing, they ain't got none. We the reason they getting Section 8 food stamps. Like, they think the only reason we're alive and doing well is because of them. You know, that's the lie that Esau's telling themselves. And they're tired of waiting on Donald Trump and the Trump administration, and they're ready to take matters in their own hands. Like I said before we started camp, we're going to that second Edges territory. Like Esau was like, okay, the government ain't moving fast enough. I got to take matters in my own. So we've got to see a coming race war real soon. It's about to happen. It can happen either this summer or it might happen next year, but it's about to happen soon. I can guarantee you that. Real soon. You can just tell the tension is real high. You know, they tired of Jake, because Jake is still doing well, man. Jake is still making a way. And then Jake, I noticed they don't like Israelite joy. You know, when Jake goes to the barbecue, like we just had a bike rally here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they pepper sprayed it at the end to clear it out. Because they just got mad because Jake made so much money. Jake was out there laughing and, you know, having a good time, no fights, no shooting. So come to find out, I found out that Esau went ahead and pepper sprayed at the end of it to clear everybody out. And that's just pure hatred right there. Because they just looking at Jake making all this money. Jake playing all this good music, eating all this good food, having a good time, women looking good.
They wasn't falling for them traps. You know how they set up the trap to make Jake fight one another. So that's infuriating to Esau right there. Because you think about one of the snares and traps that Esau always set up, to divide and conquer. And when Jake don't fall for that, that's you know, that infuriates Esau right there, because you're not leaning towards his diabolical plan that he always has set up. You know, he always wants to keep Jake divided, that way he can maintain control. So once you see that, he knows that he's losing control.
And really, if you think about it, it's his own fault that he's the one doing it. Dummy.
Yeah.
All your racism, you're forcing Jake to come together like we did back in Black Wall Street and all that.
Right.
And that's why I'm hoping they let Chud the Builder out, because that'll show there's no justice in this place. And what this gonna do is Jake gonna say, okay, no justice, we gotta stick together. So Esau's doing it on his own. And that's happening through the spirit and power of Yahushua, because it's that time. You know, the whole legacy gathered up. He's even making 2/3 have to get along somewhat. Like this Esau doing that. We're going back into that civil rights movement type of thing, type of era. I noticed that with them doing that redistricting, taking away judges' voting rights. That was a dumb move by Esau. But they had to do it in order to keep their guy in office.
Remember the time when we didn't have no voting rights with Darren Black Wall Street. We couldn't vote. We couldn't go on their side of town to go shopping.
Right.
And that so basically a repeat of history all over again.
And that's that time of the Lord, man. Like right here, I'm gonna bring it out. It's Matthew 24:6, and it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that they be not troubled, for all the things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Verse 8, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." And the key point I want to pull out that precept is it said, "But nation shall rise against nation." You know, when you think about that, that word nation is not going to, it's not talking about the nation of Russia versus the nation of Ukraine. No, that's kingdom versus kingdom. when they say nations versus nations, talk about the nation of Israel versus the nation of Edom. And it said, when nations arise against nation, Jacob is now rising above Esau once again. So Esau, you know, this dude the devil. You got to come to diabolical plans to push Jake back down. And really, he out of gas. Bro, I'm like, bro, all your moves you use, you already used all your moves. You know, did drugs in our neighborhood. We came out of that. You done used, what did you use? Drugs, the medical field. Jake ain't going to the medical field like they used to no more. Jake is now the holistic healing because of Dr. C. So they done lost sway with that. The food. Jake is now getting in the gardening and raising their own food.
Alcoholism.
Alcohol
stores, liquor stores on every corner. Now Jake, like they saying, it was like this year and last year was like the biggest year that the alcohol numbers dropped. People ain't drinking like that.
Because Jake is on a health kick. But I look at YouTube and TikTok, like Dr. CB started a whole spark of everybody trying to be like, you know, the new health guru. And like I'm looking at Jake, like, especially Eve, you know, Eve is getting into health stuff. Hey, that's what everybody getting into. You know, most of Eve don't like to eat healthy. Now you got Eve, the YouTube channels. This is how I make my all natural this, all natural that.
They even going into their home, they're going their own blog, talking about, hey, y'all need to get with this.
They detoxing.
Right.
Now you got Eve now talking about fasting. And I quote that to Yahweh Shah and the prophets. The prophets have been talking about fasting and eating right. Now Jake is getting into that. And like I said, make a good point. It's hurt Esau's pockets. You got a lot of Jake now not eating pork. That's starting to be a big thing. You know, Paul has been saying that for years and years. Jake, I don't eat my pork now. All of a sudden now Jake don't want to eat no pork no more. You know, Dr. CB type of effect. You know, so now you can't use the food industry against us no more. You lost the narrative. You know, Esau used to put on the news, do this, do that. A lot of Jake ain't watch the news no more. Now you got alternative media. Jake could watch some YouTuber before he watch the news and see what that dude is talking about, what he gonna do.
Because in reality, because when you watch the YouTube and then you fact check what the YouTuber is saying and you know it's the truth, you can't do that with the news.
TikTok done exploded. That's why they try to rush and buy that, but I think it's too late. People watching their favorite TikTok, you know, cooking with Kaya, got women cooking now, trying to compete, you know. So now Jake is like in the kitchen making their own food. I notice Jake is more business oriented now. Now a lot of Jakes talk about trying to get them a little business going, small business. So everything Esau Edom did to keep Jake down, that whole enchantment is now starting to go away, that witchcraft. And that's the spirit of the Lord out. Now you got all these Hebrew Israelite camps out, you know, starting to pass us great millstone. That vibration is going down heavy. Like that's ruining gang culture. A lot of Jakes starting to get into a Hebrew Israelite thing. Like they might not come to Great Millstone, but they might go to IURC, IUSBK, HOI, WFI. So that's overtaking the gang culture. Gang culture really is on the decline. Now you look like a goofy. Talking about I'm about to go, you know, listen to drill music. The music done fell off. Rap music's not as strong as it used to be no more. Everybody now listen to old school or alternative music. Anybody listen to that drill rap music no more?
The gangster culture is so bad that you even got Juicy making skits on them gangster culture.
I seen that. I seen that. Making it look bad, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody coming to everything else. They even did what was they called, the quarter zip movement. Jake on his preppy stuff, quarter zip, diversify his portfolio. Like it's over with, man. So that's that nation starting to rise up. And like that precept read, it's happening at the moment of their wars and rumors of war. Esau just lost that war in Iran. They gotta do another round. Their first series went to Iran. Esau lost that. So now we're hearing the rumor is he about to, you know, ante up with some more countries, do some more strikes and try to get back what he lost. You know, the Strait of Hormuz is closed up. Then you got Russia about to attack a NATO member. They hit Romania, you know, so that's a rumor of a war about to happen. You know, you got China been talking about they're gonna hit Taiwan for the past 2 or 3 years. That's a rumor of war. We're waiting on that to pop off. And when that pop off, that's gonna be bad for Babylon the Great. You got to send troops over to protect Taiwan. You already done took a L. You already, your military is depleted. They're gonna have to do a draft. When they say the draft in December?
December, I thought it was late, maybe November.
Yeah, it was November, December. They're talking about a draft because they done lost a lot of soldiers. They ain't nobody signed for the military no more. You might want to go to that no more. Everybody's saying it's a horror story for Jake. So Jake's looking for alternative. So nobody wants to fight. Plus, like with Donald Trump as your president, nobody want to fight for that dude. Nobody wants to fight. Man, this dude is the most unpopular president I've ever seen in my life. Like if you like do some PR with Trump, you're gonna lose all your credibility.
Thank God.
Like everything, you know. That dude is toxic waste right now. So that's why Baba Great will have to pivot. They're gonna have to like get rid of him and maybe go JD Vance or somebody else to try to get back what they lost. And really, they'll never be what they used to be. This place is falling. Esau is falling off like a fine chick on some dope.
Life support.
Yeah, on life support, man. That mother barely beeping. This deep, barely beeping.
Just waiting on the wife to pull the plug.
Exactly. And so with that being said, what is that leading to? That leads to the anger of Esau Edom, like, oh man, I'm losing my kingdom. Hey man, I'm gonna blame it on Jake. Jake is the reason why. And I even seen videos where they like Edomites is crying like, Jake, y'all not doing nothing. We look like, fool, this is your problem. You voted for that dude. We not. Well, Jake done said we rested. We not doing nothing. And they go to the scriptures, man, say we would have healed Babylon. Babylon is not healed. Because Jake fixed Babylon if Esau back out the way. But Jake, as I noticed, as a collective, we're smarter. Even the 2/3, man. And that's because their light is out. The light of, you know, the prophets and the light of Yahweh. So we're saying, don't fix this, let it fall. So that's all Jake's is doing that right now. Esau, he's used to Jake fixing his stuff up, and then he take back over and get back to oppressing Jake. We did in the 50s. You know, Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street kept America out of the Great Depression. I found that out. Remember they went to a Great Depression? Like America would have all the way collapsed if it wasn't for Black Wall Street. And then, like how Esau got back on top is he stole the wealth from Black Wall Street. That's what pulled Esau up out of that debt, out of the depression. It was Jake.
And to add to that story, there was a story, because you know, during the Great Depression, Cadillac was actually on a break to bankruptcy. And then, but you remember at this time, Jake didn't have no bank account, so they were putting money up under their pillow. And so Cadillac was actually able to save themselves because of Jake buying on Cadillac for, you know, whatever price they were. They always have that, you know, Esau Edom as that agent, and he'll go buy them a Cadillac. They'll use Esau to go buy the Cadillac. Esau will drive the Cadillac back to whoever, you know, paid for cash. And that's how Cadillac got saved.
Yeah, Jake loves Cadillac to this day.
God.
I love it. That's my favorite to make a cake. It's just they too expensive.
Yeah.
You know? And so because of that, we're at the point now where Esau's like, you know what? These people are better than us. They look better than us. Like Esau now is in a state of envy and jealousy. Like, what the heck? This is my country and he's thriving better than me. They said, you got Jake still driving new Cadillacs. Esau's struggling.
He'll get a new car. They get a new car every month if they could.
Yeah, Esau driving his 1950s pickup Durango. Them barely making it.
With rust on the side, on top of the wheel.
Yeah, he can't make it because he's too busy smoking meth on the casino with his money. He's depressed.
Got that duct tape on the headlight.
Got it all duct tape up, and Jacob rolling new stuff. It's making Esau mad, man. And we already know when Esau get mad, what's the remedy for that? What does Esau do? When I said we talk about Esau and Edom, we talking about the so-called white man. What does he do? He sheds that blood.
Revelation 12:12.
Yep. Bring that, and I'm gonna bring out from Genesis. That's gonna go hand in hand.
This real quick. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. And he said, therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil coming down unto you have a great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Damn, right there. That's perfect right there. Devil come down very rapidly, you know that but a short time. And we know that because these devils now are talking about UFO disclosure. They about to tell the public about chariots, which we already knew that. But it's the chariot activity is so strong, he has to tell the public what's going on. And chariots scare Esau, especially the elites, because they know what those chariots are. So that's them showing that they butt whooping is coming in real quick. So they let us know they time sure y'all about to come back. So then they all upset. So I gotta hear him, you know, do the MOTV. And I think he wanted to like wait his time to get it out real good because Yahushua come back is rushing him. You know, it's like a football. They don't like to be rushed.
Right.
He started to take his time, you know, get everything set up perfect. So then he can, knock Jake on off the block. But now he getting rushed. It's coming out sloppy, bumbling, and he can see, man, the devil know the back of his mind we gonna win. He know it. That's why I said rejoice ye in the heavens.
That's why you broke down verse 13 real quick, and he said, and when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child.
Man, persecuted the woman. Who's that woman the scripture's talking about? It's talking about the nation of Israel. And who did the nation of Israel give birth to? The Messiah, the Hamashiach, Yahushua. And that's why the dragon mad. Like, oh man, you gave birth to Yahushua. They can't do nothing with Yahushua. That's an L. He can do something with us, but he can't do nothing with Yahushua. So he mad. Because Yahushua said, I'm coming back. And Yahushua ain't about to negotiate with this devil either. When he come back, he's going to be get down or lay down. So they got Esau mad. He used to living deliciously, being on top, dominating Jake. They've been dominating Jake for the past, 1,000 years, man. Especially in our lifetime, they've been dominating Jake. The 80s and 90s, making Jake get down, suck on this, for a bag of money, do this, mess with little kids. Now, it's like the party is over with. Like the party, the jig is up. So now the devils is angry and upset. And that dragon, and that goes into Esau's rulership, his kingdom, his government. It's like a dragon. Because it's like a beast.
It burns everything up.
God, it's like
everything up, devour everything in its path. Exactly what Esau does.
God, right. When you're looking at nature, man. The devil want to cut down the trees in the rainforest. Like he consumes everything, God. And poison and perverts it. Like, man, don't drink that water, drink my water. It got fluoride in it. Don't eat that meat, eat my meat that came from a laboratory. That's why the dude doing he got diseases, a plague going out with ticks. The tick bites, you can't eat meat no more. What type of stuff is that?
Yeah.
That's the goddamn devil, man. Esau eat him.
I can name a person kid who's dealing with that now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
that's the devil won't try to force you to eat his lab grown shit. Nobody want his meat like that, man. Nobody wants your lab grown or your GMO food. Most High had it right the first time. You are the fuck up. You coming with food that's gonna make you sick. So then you gotta go to his partner who does cancer research. You gotta pay him millions of dollars for some dang chemo. And that's all the devil do. He only think about money, man. Like I said, he consumes everything. He consumes your life if you let him. I'm gonna bring this out right here. Because this is basically going back to Genesis. This is the beginning, Yashua. Showing this how Esau, he's always been like this. And this is Genesis 27:41. It says the Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing. But when his father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So that shows you the beginning. Esau always thought like that. He always been a killer. If you got something better than him, you'll unalive him and take it. He's still the devil stole all Jake's inventions. He stole Jake's land. Jake was in America before Esau. He came over and he stole it. Because that's how the devil think. He just want to slay somebody. He's the murderous. He's the ravenous. Like the scripture called a wolf. All he want to do is unalive stuff. Like Esau gets a kick at it, make him feel good to ravish or unalive something. Because they're the wicked. They're the devil in the flesh. And that hatred is now been stirred up again. See, Jake been caught up in that circus, thinking everything's all good. Now Esau peeling it back like, hey, man, I'm about to come get you again. I want to lynch you like I did your forefathers. Like my grandpa, did your grandpa want to do that again? I want to skin you. If I see her eating that look good, I want to ravish her and her not be able to say nothing. If I see your child, I want to put your child to work and they not be able to say nothing. That's what Donald Trump said that the Issachar, the Mexicans is taking over the black jobs. They want Jake picking like crop, oranges and apples and cotton and all that type of mess. Hard labor. He recently doubled down on that recently. He saw about we're gonna bring the factories back, and that's the black jobs. Jake was like, oh dang, you a bunch of factory workers to y'all? And I like that he did that because Jake's done but need to wake up and see how these people feel about you. Yeah, Trump just did I want to say about 2 days ago, he did a press conference on that. Talking about bringing car manufacturing back, and like that's all a bunch of fluff. Don't really anybody say bringing their manufacturing back. They making too much money overseas. They happy what in the 80s?
Yeah, yeah. 80s.
So they're not bringing that back. They probably looking at Trump like, man, you ain't running nothing but your mouth. My stuff stay in China. My stuff stay in Malaysia. My stuff stay in Brazil.
The labor cost is cheap over there, so why would I bring it back over here?
Yeah, this make you happy.
Right.
We don't give a damn what you say. You a failed businessman. I'm making business.
I got one to back up that precept you just read. And it goes into how Esau had, from the beginning wanted to knock off Jacob. And the fact that this kingdom is going down, he's coming at us hard right now, and everybody are seeing that this dude is wicked, and the Lord is having the prophets out here on the streets to let as watchmen, to let everybody know, and like just pay attention and look, and we telling you the truth. And now people are starting to see what Esau Edom's motive is, and now that's going to be the downfall of Esau Edom, with him coming down on Jake. The Lord said, "Touch not the apple of his eye," man, and like that's exactly what he's going to do whenever he come at Jake, because he don't know who's a part of the elect or not, and that's going to lift up the standard and be a downfall to him. But it also lets you know that this dude have a perpetual hatred from way early in the beginning. But this is Ezekiel 35. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it." It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's making this place most desolate. And whenever the Lord is taking away Esau Edom's, his power structure, what Esau do? He bows down and flip out like a little kid, which he is. The scriptures say that Esau Edom, children rule over, or women rule over, and children are oppressive. Loosely paraphrasing, that's Esau Edom. But it said he will make this place most desolate, and that's why we're seeing this place going down. Verse 4, it says, "I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord." And the Lord is doing that. Verse 5, the point, it says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end." And that's exactly what's going on. He had a perpetual hatred against Jake. And now he's going to come at Jake with the sword. He's been doing it, and now he's going to do it again on another level, man. So you got to be prayed up, and you got to be a part of this truth, and be a part of the elect to get up out of that. But we're going to see him come down, and he always hated Jake. You got Jake. Oh, not all of them are bad, and not all of them. Nah, all of them. It's not about a white-black thing. It's an Edomite Israel thing. And that Edomites do not like Israelites.
I got a quick precept that's going to back you up even further on that. And then it's going to represent that punishment towards Esau Edom because of their perpetual hatred that the devil had against the Hebrew Israelites, right? So this is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, "Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shah, for three transgressions of Edom, and 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he had pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palace of Basra." Right, and that palace, the palace of Basra, which is basically the capital city of Babylon. Okay, in America, aka Babylon, is the spiritual Babylon, and so that right there is what the Lord is going to do all over again. He's going to send that fire upon America for that perpetual hatred against the apple of his eye.
Reading this off. This is Ezekiel 35 and 6. It says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and the blood will pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee," which goes pretty much with the precept the brother Bayan just got to bring it out. And Esau Edom blood is about to pursue this damn devil because he have not hated blood. He shedded blood. His country was founded on blood. His whole kingdom was founded on blood. He should go around, kill, steal, and destroy and everything. And now he's going to come back up on
I got more to bring out too. This is Ezekiel 21 and 8. Again, the word of the Lord came into me saying, verse 9, "Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also burnished." Verse 10, "It is sharpened to make a sure slaughter. It is burnished that it may glitter. make murder, and continue the rod of my son is every tree. So right now, Lord just said that the sword is coming, man, and that's what we're doing right now, letting the nation of Israel know that Esau coming with that sword, man. And the modern day sword is a gun. They're gonna come with guns. They're gonna come with their ice agents, and they're gonna come real hard. Instead of sure slaughter. They gotta cut our numbers down because we're more numerous than Edomites are. Edomites are really the minority right now. Instead, they gotta redistrict and take away Jacob's voting rights. Jake right now can vote a certain way and kick Esau out of office. Now your vote means something. Now Esau like, oh, now your vote don't matter. They show you that the whole voting system is all the way rigged. Now that your vote has some power, he don't want you to have no vote. So it was always a play to keep Jake docile. That's why I like the Esau is doing that. I like the Lord is doing that. Forget Esau, the Lord doing that. Because now it's making the docile Jakes have to reconsider their position in Babylon the Great. And it said, should we then make mirth? Right now, your average Jake is making mirth, man. Right now, in the summertime, a lot of festivals, you got Juneteenth coming up. Jake right now is all about barbecuing and shaking their butt. And Esau is right now, his wicked councils, and on the social media talking about how much they want to unalive us. And when you look at your average Jake, they act like ain't nothing going on. It's business as usual. I'm like, hey, man, these devils are telling y'all that they want to cut your numbers down. They're making legislation, put it in place.
And it's not only that, like when Esau get roused up with Jake, it seems like all the other nations get roused up with Jake. Now you see Moab getting roused up with Jake right along with them. Oh yeah, fuck y'all niggas, man, and y'all, we fatigued, we black fatigued with them. And that's just like you see that little situation where that corner store dude shot the little kid. And now all these Asians are coming out talking about shit. Well, y'all the problem and this and this. So it's everybody against Israel. Man.
Don't forget, like I said, Hamites talking they shit, Somalis, Ishmael, he been down like a Jake, he talking shit now too. Like I said, all those nations getting emboldened by Esau's hatred. Because really, you go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter tells you all nations, you got it. Y'all nations hate Yahshua. Go ahead and bring it out. That's the spirit.
This is Psalm chapter 83, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It said, keep not thou, O silent, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off for being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. In verse 5, and it said, but they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And then it breaks down all the nations that is against the Yahshua, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moabite, and the Hagarim. All right, that those are the nation that you got your name. The Moabites were the so-called Chinese, the Ishmaelites were the Arab, and then the Hagarim, which is your Hamite nation.
And the first one was, the number one was Edomites.
Number one target, number one hater. I like how the Lord did. I say, no, it's the spirit. The number one hater was named number one.
Tabernacle of Edom.
Yeah, and all the other nations follow out the Edom. Like, let's all hate on the nation of Israel. Why? Because we're blessed.
What I'm liking about the Lord is He's taking that docile spirit off of us to where, like when slavery came, we just sat there and took the ass whooping and this and this. That lets you know that we was under the curses heavy. Now that the curses is lifting up, the Lord is rousing Jake up. So Jake ain't standing for it no more. So Jake is actually going to fight back. And that goes into this precept right here in Genesis 49 and 49 and 9. And it said, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stoopeth down. He crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, it says, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And right now, the Lord is rousing Jacob. And who's rousing him up? Esau, Edom, in perpetual hatred, man. And all these other nations coming against Jake. Now, we seeing Jake over there slapping Esau up, bouncing his head on the goddamn table. And, Jake over here beating the shit out of Esau, coming, all kind of racist shit that he's coming. He ain't taking it no more. The Lord is rousing Jacob.
He's stronger than him. He has to, you see what happens to Esau? He ain't got that sword. Esau has to have that sword to win the battle. If it's hand to hand, they're gonna beat the brakes off of Esau, man. Usually, I ain't gonna say something you might whoop a weak old Jake, but usually Jake will whoop Esau, man. Even if the Jake is smaller than the Edomite. Like, Esau needs an overwhelming advantage to win versus Jake. He has to have a gun. He got to be like 4 times the size or 5 times the size. Sometimes even then he don't win. Like, he has to have an advantage.
They got to be more than one.
The numbers. They need the numbers.
Yeah.
You need about like 6 Edomites to 1 Jake. Because if this is 1-on-1, man, Jake won't run right through Esau.
Yeah, every day, you got to think about it because they started gang coaching. So gang coaching is associated with people jumping one individual, like 6 people jumping one individual. Esau started that shit.
Gang up.
Yeah, I seen that. This kind of old now, probably like 2 years old. But that Jake that was out there in the swimming pool.
Yeah, they whooped all 5 and 6 in the bottom. Hey, they like wilding up. He was giving everybody the special.
It was like bowling pins. He was just knocking them down. Wow, man, your turn now. Wow, he fall down.
I've seen that a lot. I've seen some 3 young Jake dudes, 3 of them, like 10 Edomites. They whooped all the Edomites.
That Montgomery Brown situation.
Oh yeah, that was another one.
Jake is starting to wake up.
Yeah, Jake, and I like it too. Like you brought it out, because I noticed when Jake riles up, the fight, guess what? All the other tribes will fight as well. You're gonna see Gad fight back. You're gonna see Reuben fight back. You're gonna see Naphtali fight back. Asher fight back. You know, you're gonna see Simeon.
That's how you know Judah the head tribe right there.
Levi's big, man.
That's how you know Judah the head tribe right there. Because everybody waiting on Judah.
God. And that's the thing too, because like, man, Yasharah's is numerous.
Right.
So if Judah rises up, if the other nations follow Judah, that's a wrap, man. There's too many Israelites, man. I'm talking about from North America to South America. Like, we're the most numerous people on the face of the planet. All Jake got to do is unify and fight back, and it's a wrap, man. Now, here's the thing, though. Like the priest I brought out earlier. Here's the thing, though. We fight back. What does Esau Edom have? He has a sword. The devil got technology. He has a military. That's when Esau gonna initiate them protocols and bring out them super soldiers. He gonna bring out the robot soldiers, and they gonna start munching on the 2/3. You know, as the scripture say, what's that? Zechariah 13:8. He gonna munch on the 2/3 with that stuff. But then, what the Lord gonna do? Here come the standard getting lifted up. Isaiah 59:19. The Lord got 144,000 super soldiers too. You know, they called the saints. When they wake up, it's gonna be like gods on earth, man. Like they're gonna think you in the X-Men movie.
And not to mention, the Lord said He's gonna send angels down to protect His elect.
Archangel Michael.
Yeah, that goes. I got that. That goes to Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such never was seen. There was a nation, even to the same time, and at the time the people shall be delivered. Every one that shall be found written in the book, man. That just let you know in that time when all hell is breaking loose and Esau's coming in like a flood with his super soldiers and all of that. And the Lord is going to lift up that standard and send angels down here, man. The Archangel Michael, just like what the brother said, the 144, the standard get lifted. And that standard and that precept he was bringing it goes into like to disappear and things of that nature, man. So the Lord, people going to be vanishing, doing all kind of shit, man. And the Lord did say He was going to do greater miracles than He did when He was on earth. So hey, just imagine a brother get turned up with some spiritual power.
Like apocalypse.
And the Lord also, the Lord also said the weak of us gonna be the weakest should be like King David.
So Esau can't handle that. If King David was here to this day, King David would run through Esau like a hot knife through butter, man. So I'm like, that's the floor. Imagine the ceiling. And like I said, he said Archangel Michael come down. Archangel Michael come down with chariots, man. Esau ain't got nothing for a chariot. No F-18, F-22. None of Esau's technology can handle what a chariot can do, man. Chariot can go like 1,000 miles per hour, stop on a dime, disappear, go this way, shoot some lasers out, and knock whatever Esau got out, man. I'm trying to show he run the sky.
Yeah, go underwater and come right back up.
God, like Esau ain't got nothing that can do that. You know, not like how a chariot can. You know what I'm saying? This stuff gonna seem kind of slow, and it's caught in the laws and the physics of the earth. The chariots, I know they don't operate by the laws and physics of the earth. A chariot do what it want to do.
They don't operate by the laws of this realm.
Exactly. Yeah. They thought we shot down the chariot. Now you lying. You shot down your aircraft. You can't shoot down the chariot. It's not from this realm, like I said. So there's nothing Esau can do about it, man. That's why the devils is getting in their bunkers, and really that's why the elites is really mad because the elites already know what we saying. It's true. Elites is like, man, when they show up, man, it's a wrap. So they trying to get their adrenochrome, get their last little children. I think Trump's daughter and her little husband just want to bought another island. They trying to get it back popping again. They trying to get all of it out their system they can. Because once the Lord show up, it's a wrap for that. So these devils, man, that's why they mad. I know that the anger is trickling down from the elites all the way down to your little bird drinking, red belly, Stone Cold Steve Austin Edomite. The anger is all in their nation. It's like Elon Musk know he can't win. Jeff Bezos, they already know they can't win. Jeff Bezos scared. He over here talking about the poor people shouldn't pay taxes. I'm like, bro, you weren't saying that last year. You was talking that prideful stuff like get more money and do this and that. He done lost a couple warehouses. Now I'm talking about, you can even see it in his eyes. That's my bro. I see fear in that devil eyes, man. I might do a lesson on that, y'all, Strala. Like you can see the fear in the devil eyes. Talking about don't tax the poor people. The devil done lost a warehouse. He's scared. And like I said, when we started camp, everybody want to be like, what's his name? Margini? Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, Mangione. Yeah, everybody want to be like him. So now these CEOs are scared because they like, damn, I can get touched. Like my security ain't top notch like that, man. Some little broke dude might pop up the bushes and get me.
And if they don't get me, they might burn down my warehouse, or they might touch my pocket some type of way.
Yeah, or boycott. You know what I'm saying? Now Jake is getting that civil rights movement. Jake done went boycott crazy. You made Jake, man, they boycott this. You boycott that. And that's showing the power too, because Jake's money was keeping everything afloat. Like we talking about when we opened up camp, like Target took a big hit when Jake said to boycott them. I know everything take a hit when Jake boycotted and don't spend any money with him.
I mean, it's obvious because Jake always had $1 trillion spending power every year.
Right. And so that shows our money powers this system. Our energy, our labor powers this system.
Yeah.
So now, Jake, that shows the intelligence rising. Jake's now realized, like, wherever I put my money to lives, and wherever I don't put my money to dies. So Jake is all like, you know what I'm saying? They doing civil rights stuff in our day and age.
And that's how you know that Jake Yashuala represent life. Whatever, everything we touch, we allow it to go.
It does.
And then you think about Esau, everything he touches represent death.
It does. It died.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping alive is if Jake is into it. There's it kind of like balances it out. But if Jake leaves and there's Esau in it, that died. You know, that's why Esau always want to go where Jake is at. Because Esau, if he don't have Jake around, Esau would die.
Yes,
He a wizard.
And he's just like you know, Jake, we like that light. We like that light in the middle of a darkness. You know how all them damn bugs be attracted to that light? Mm-hmm. That's how Jake, that's how we is, man.
Because the light is in us.
Yeah.
Because the light is in Yahweh Shah, so the light is in us. Good point. And we're like a fruit tree. You know, like trees that give out fruit.
Yeah.
The weeds like to plant around and try to suck the life out of them.
Yeah.
Esau like a weed.
Have all them damn bugs eating the crop before they grow and all of that shit. Yeah.
So Eve, man, now he's so stupid because I might bring that out. Esau losing his wisdom. Esau now realizing like he basically got to kill off his life force. And we know Esau dumb like that. This devil, he'll chop down trees. Trees give us oxygen. Right. Esau don't care. He's like, I want paper. I want money.
He saw under that strong delusion that he think his darkness is the light.
Ooh, good point. You sure right. He do. He do. The scripture say that. It support that. He do think his darkness is light. It's not. It's really death. The scripture said, was that Habakkuk 2nd chapter? Yep. He's as death. Esau is like death, man. And then I said, it wasn't for Yahshua being here, the Spirit of the Lord being here, Esau would have been destroyed the whole world. Notice that? Yep. Like the devil would cut down all the trees. He poisoned. He destroyed everything. He's trying to do it now, but it's like we're in his way. But the devil, he'll destroy everything.
Think about it.
That's what you say.
Yeah,
and that's why the Lord got short of time at this point. You know, it's all the time, the days is all short now.
Right.
Like we in June right now. I'm like, God dang, this seemed yesterday. It was just January.
And it's supposed to be hot as shit right now. And all of a sudden, it's just gonna get cold as hell today.
And that's that chemtrail.
Yeah.
The devil's trying to block out the sun because the sun hurts his motherfucking ass. You know? So I know the devil been chemtrailing heavily more than what it was when we was younger. I'm like, it's like he chemtrail every other day. I'm like, and look how much money that costs. I know that costs billions of dollars.
Yeah, it does.
You got to pay all these people. First, you got to pay for the chemicals. You got to pay the pilot, pay to fuel the plane, And you know, Bama Great, that's a lot of ground to cover. And this devil, I'm talking about chemtrail and Andes. Like every other day. Look up at the sky, y'all. So if you see a trail, look like a cloud trail, that's a chemtrail. That's Esau trying to make it rain and keep the weather cooler. Because this man heating up, man. Like last year, we had a lot of 100-degree weather days. I think Esau like, nah, I ain't gonna go through that no more. Right. I just look at the meanwhile at my job, they about to die. They're walking their car to I'm like, damn, motherfucker, you about to pass out?
I had some of my Edomite co-workers, they didn't call it out. That whole damn bucket was hot.
Couldn't make it up.
Hey, I was eating up that overtime, boy, because of that shit.
And look, benefited us. It was hot to me, but I can make it. But I look at the damn Edomite, they didn't have to pass out, get something to drink. I'm like, damn, just from walking from the car to the building, did all of that.
Right.
Damn. I went back and one of my other jobs, the Edomite passed out. They called the MC for that motherfucker, for that Edomite woman. She passed out from her car to the job. And I was right there. They were trying to fan her, give her some water. These Edomites can't take it, man. Lord is bringing that heat, as we say. Esau can't take it, man. So now he's trying to do things to keep it, keep his comfort. And like the Lord, man, the Lord's so powerful that chemtrail don't work all the time. The way that chemtrail is supposed to rain every day, but I noticed it don't. Sometimes it don't work. They just wasted their money. And what does that lead to? Because they get mad. Look, Jake still like, all I did is give me a little suntan. I just got me a tan. So now Esau gonna get mad. They said we see him bummed out Edomites walking.
But like shit, too. You smell that? Thank you, boy. That boy, thank you.
And it was still smelling like that?
Yeah, that was thank you.
They go my left.
Way over there. I'm like, damn, man, as soon as that wind blew, boy, thank you.
Hey, but I heard a story that the natives said they smelled Esau before they docked onto the land.
Yeah, hey.
That's how funky they were.
Hey, man.
Esau don't believe in taking a bath every day and washing their ass. And then I heard a lot of you guys say, I just stand and let the water run down. They don't even bathe, man.
Yeah, that's
I just wash my hair, let the soap from my hair drip down.
That's sick, man. That's all these dudes want to eat white women. Go ahead. Nasty ass helper. That's why they stink then. That's why we smell that wet dog and hot dog water smell. They don't bathe. I know a lot of you might smell like that.
It kind of makes sense why they able to be like those animal hunters and shit like that, because they, the animal, they like, they smell like this. You smell like me.
God, that's why they always in the bushes. Matter of fact, their forefather was there. He was the kind of hunter, he was the wild man. He lived in the bush.
Yeah, I'm telling what Esau was doing in there in the bushes. They made him come out all faint.
God, buy food, man. Probably doing something with the animals. They always messing with these. That's Esau do that. Nasty little creatures, man. And now they've been so exposed. Like this government, all the corruption is coming out. It's like wide open for everybody to see. Donald Trump was not the person they should have put up in there, man. All he did was just like expose the corruption to where they can't even like say nothing. Like Jake now is lopping Esau's head off with facts. Like a 2/3 could debate an Edomite and whoop him easily with facts, man. Because we're at the point where they've been exposed so bad. So that leads to that hatred. Esau used to be he's supposed to be the smart one. I'm supposed to have the high IQ. And now we start to see that was all a lie. So now Esau looking demoralized, like, dang, man, like, it's a bunch of shameful spewing on my glory. So now as everybody ragging on me and talking about me, my wife left me for a Jake dude, a black dude, I'm gonna go get my gun. I'm just like let it spray. A lot of these events is getting shot up. I think it's Edomite shooting them up. Ohio had a mass shooting. Somebody else had a mass shooting too. I can't remember. It was like 3 mass shootings.
And if you think about it, Ohio is a predominantly Edomite state, right? If you really think about it, there ain't really many Jakes in there. Not really many Jake towns.
It depends on where you go. It depends on where you go. They got some Jake spots.
Okay.
Especially like Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. That's why I was getting ready to see. Cleveland, that's predominantly Jake. But what about any other towns in Ohio?
I think Dayton.
Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, I can see that. Dayton, Ohio.
Parts. It is. But shit, you look at the vote thing. Like I think Jake is almost dominant in almost every state. You might still have like North and South Dakota, but anywhere there's a big city, it's Jake, man. God. And we know that in the city they redistricting. I'm like, you doing that because Jake going out vote you.
Right.
And they gonna vote your guy out of office, and they need him to stay in office to complete the Project 225, to complete those unrighteous decrees they don't put out. Because they lose him, then it's gonna ruin their momentum. And I'm looking like because of that, it's spotlighting. the demographics. They're talking about we only 13% of the population. That's a lot, man. We got about the tribes. We just know that being in Tulsa, Oklahoma, east side, that's all Issachar. That's all Jake. North side is predominantly Jake. Jake is big on the south side. I've been noticing when I go to Memorial.
Yeah.
Like I see a bunch of Jakes. Yeah, I go to Pittsburgh Memorial. I see a bunch
like
of Jakes everywhere. Yeah. And I'm like,
like,
dang, it used to be Edomite land.
Yeah, because like
now Jake is
61st, you talk about 61st and Peoria all the way to like 51st Memorial, predominantly Jake right there, and then you go further south, that's where all the Edomites is.
God, they like deep south.
Yeah.
Like Broken Arrow. I know even Jake is coming into Broken Arrow. I know a lot of Jakes stay in Broken Arrow.
Yeah, God.
I'm like, they taking over that too. So he saw like, God, now I can't live nowhere.
My sister stay in Broken Arrow. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Like, he saw like, where can I go? Everywhere he saw step outside, he see Jakes. And that's making them mad. That's why they started that. What was that? Arkansas?
Wasso.
Yeah. Yep. I noticed that too. It is. I got a homeboy live out in Wasso.
My brother staying in Wasso now.
See, and I just know that's why they started that town in Arkansas. When they returned to the land, they're like, I can't go nowhere without seeing Jake. Jake is everywhere.
Bigsby.
That started with Jake. Yeah. That's supposed to be all of them. I know they probably get mad, man.
So it's just like it's kind of like north side and east side is a connection, and then it stands out. It's standing out to each of the surrounding towns from those areas.
So we think about Tulsa is primarily Jake.
Yeah.
It's all Jake. I know OKC is like that too.
Yeah, because you think about Jake is really all over Tulsa, you right, because even in West Tulsa, when you go to like Southward Boulevard over there, that's where the Jake stay in right there. Southward Boulevard is about downtown. And when you go further west, that's where most of the Edomites is over there.
They go like Sand Springs. Even Jake Sand Springs.
Yeah,
I'm like that.
Yeah.
So that's why that's leading to that hatred. Esau is feeling like he's being evaded. That's why there's a big thing on immigration. I don't want no brown people here. And they showing that racism too. They're showing how dumb they are because they're importing white South Africans. So they show they want to make America great again, means making America white again. And they're mad everything's turning yellow and brown. And it's really bad too, because now your woman doesn't want you anymore. And whatever she lay down with, that's the nation she's gonna produce. And they're producing Jakes now. And this happened with sports world. It's like, y'all so stupid, man. Y'all don't put this money in Jake's pocket. All these Edomite women is walking to Jake men. I look at all the sport athletes, all them got Edomite women.
And they so bad to the point where the Edomite women is trying to compete with Keisha just to get to Jake men.
Oh yeah, you're right. I seen it on YouTube. They fight.
Right.
It's a battle.
Right.
Over the Jake man. You gotta eat like leave out men alone. And then Edomite women talking about show the Shanae in her. And show that you are better than her. And we love your man better. We shut up. You don't shut up. I'm like, dang. They're like, you're right. It's a real, I might do a lesson. It's a real battle right now over the Jake man. Like, Edomite women, the Israelite women is fighting.
With the lines of perfectly what Yahweh me always trying to say. He said, I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Exactly.
And there it is.
Exactly. Now you got all, I think, it's not even the Edomite women, guess who else jumped into the battle? Asian women, Moab women that jumped in like, I want that black man too. I can have him in his
Exactly the one from what is that? Thailand, Thailand,
Philippines,
Vietnam, Vietnamese.
Yep, all of them. Everybody now is fighting over the Jake man. Even European Edomite women in Europe won't take me.
Europe and Germany.
Yep,
Germany.
Yeah, they are.
They Russia. They Russia too.
Yeah, like, we want black man.
Yeah.
And then Middle Eastern women too.
Yeah.
I seen them too. Like the black man, he compete with me. You shut your mouth, Keisha.
Man, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing a video a little while about it was the Middle Eastern women who were basically asking the Jake men to wake up because we're waiting on you to take back your power. And she was a Middle Eastern woman.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So they let you know that at least that hatred, because that shows that the Jake man is now at the forefront of everything, and the Edomite man is now becoming an afterthought. That make him mad. Nobody want his little pink pecker. His money ain't, Esau used to buy women. Now I know that ain't working no more. The chick can take his money and run off. He like, I done flew you out. I done did this, and you up here calling Tyrone, and they unaliving Eve for that, because he was not giving up her Israelite, rod.
Right.
I know she'll get Esau money and let Esau fly her out, but she still got a Jake dude on her roster. And then I noticed when Esau discovered that, that's when she get unalive. Like, you still messing with Jake, dude? I'm about to lynch you, bro. I'm about to strangle you. So I'm looking at our women like, y'all better calm down with all that whoredom.
Yeah, that's it. Cause y'all about y'all ain't gonna protect you when it come down to it.
That's all they do is maximize their bodies.
Yeah.
Get Esau's money. And I'm gonna call little Tay Tay, come over and knock it off when you go to work.
I need my hit. I need a hit to scratch.
Like, I need you to scratch the itch I got.
Right.
You know, Esau ain't get the job done. That dude weak. That dude trashed out. He corny. And I know Esau going broke. Esau ain't got that money like that to buy Eve like he used to.
He got that monopoly money.
Yeah, everybody going broke, man. They crypto money, they getting bad investments. They companies is belling up. It's what's happening, man. It's making them mad. As I said, Bezos losing warehouses. I think he lost like 5 warehouses. And it was like multi-million-dollar warehouses. Like might be billion-dollar warehouses. It was huge warehouses. And they went up in smoke.
I seen one of
that
those
the whole warehouse burned down. The fire department put it out. It burned down to the ground. You got to think all the product in there. There's millions of dollars of product in there gone. That's what they
You got to think about it. I can see why they burnt it down because if the management is in on it, normally there's a protocol when the fire happens. If they don't pour their fire hydrant, they don't call nothing. It's a wrap.
That's why it got to be an inside job.
Yeah.
Like, how the heck a multi-million-dollar warehouse burned down to the ground?
Yeah.
I'm saying getting a little fire in it, but it burned down to the whole warehouse burned down. That was a point. You know, that was a point to be made. We got to credit that to Yahweh Shah. He made that happen. So now I got to be scared like, dang, I can lose my business. I can lose my life. And they just make security. He's on security. Now he's scared. He feels threatened.
I mean, he's not fair. Is Jeremiah 49:10?
Yeah, being made better. And now he feels threatened because Jake over there rising up. You know, Jake getting little ideas. They start to pour their money together and do different things. This is Jake moving different. You know, a woman always get mad, you moving different. They mad at Jake moving different. They used to, like a cunning hunter, used to an animal moving a certain way so you can catch it. If that animal does something different, don't fall, like you said earlier, don't fall for that snare or that trap. Right. That make that devil mad. Now you got to put in some work and some effort. And he ain't did that in a long time. He's stupid. So now he's like, I got to think. I ain't used to thinking. AI, what should I do? And even AI like, black people are God's chosen people.
That's why that precept in Matthew, the love of many shall wax cold. That's why that's going out so far. Esau hating Jake, and you know Jake used to be, he can hate me. I still love everybody now. The Lord putting that spirit on him. And it's like, I hate you right along back when you hate me. And everybody's hating everybody. And now
that's like King David said, I hate them with perfect hatred.
Nobody's in love with nobody no more, trying to help them. Everybody's all for themselves now. And that love of many is waxing cold.
Jake got smart. They like, how can I love something that hate me? Where's it got?
That leads to the rivalry between Jacob and Esau and civil war and all kind of things.
And then just to elaborate on your point too, man, how Jake is smart enough. And Jake basically, boycotting and stuff like that. That's the build up to Esau Edom destroying the 2/3 Jake. You got to think about the 2/3 Jake. They're gonna go with the boycott. They're gonna go with trying to save establish what's left in America. So ultimately, the 2/3 Jake is gonna try to take over, Babylon, or they're gonna eventually fight against Esau. But the righteous Jake, they're gonna wait on you. How about Yahweh Shah? And that's the big difference.
I'm bringing this out right here because this is something that keeps Esau up at night. And this is Ezekiel 25:14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they should do it Edom according to my anger, according to my fury. And they should know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh. So that's what got Esau scared right now. That precept right there. They're like, oh, shoot. Is he one of them Hebrew Israelites? Is he one of the ones that know the Lord? But the Lord said he's going to use his people to attack us. And I think now Esau, he was starting to see it come into play. And now he's paranoid and scared, like, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Is my robots in place? Is the space system in place? Is the super soldiers in place? Are you sure you can protect us? And they're all nervous and they're smoking they Marlboros. Yeah, nervous and stuff like, man, these people are strong. Yeah.
I don't know, Billy.
Oh no, the dude Bill Gates ain't moving fast enough, man. He should have been had them on a food allergy. He should have been had them with MOTB in their system. I don't think that juice work, man. They still out here moving strong. What the heck? They like, I don't know, man. We got to go back to the drawing board. And we ready for that vengeance, man. And they going to what the Aki been saying earlier, like the Lord is stirring up that warrior spirit in Yashua again. Judah stirring it up. And if that vengeance about to get laid upon Esau, he's scared, man. He's not used to dealing with that. Like I said, in the slavery days, Esau used to a docile Jake. He used to Jake, yes, sir, master. And he nod his hand and, hey, Toby, I said do this. And, you know, Jake be scared. Oh, man, white, man. Now you got some Jakes beating on their chest, taking their shirt off like, hey, man, I knocked your dang block off, white man. You honky. Say that again. You know what? Like I said, dribbling their heads on the goddamn board stool and stuff. Like, Jake is in a different spirit now. They got Esau like, oh, where this come from? How did this happen?
That's spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, man. Spirit, man. I gotta bring this out real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Zephaniah 3 and 8. And it said, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, Yahweh Shah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nation, that I assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And that's it right there. So the Lord is going to use, just like the Aki read their precept, he's going to use his people. And his people is waiting on that order from Yahweh Shah, who the word in you God Jesus Christ. That's who we waiting on. Okay? And we mentioned earlier, who shall rise Judah up. And you got to think about Yahweh Shah, because you know he said it is evident that he sprang out of Judah. So he's the head tribe of Judah. So the head tribe, as soon as the head tribe of Judah take place and start that war against Esau Edom, that's when the whole nation is going to follow. That's why it said, wait ye upon me. So Yahweh Shah, that's who we waiting on. And he's going to come and he's going to reign supreme over Edom.
Just going into how the chaos is going, shit. Hey, the Lord, hey, all this is gonna happen. And before the Lord do crack them skies and do all of that, Jacob's trouble do gotta hit. And like it's gonna be a lot of dead bodies in the street, as the precept says. So hey, you gotta be a part of the elect to get up out of this. This is Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which shall be called Sodom and Egypt. And that's displaced because it's wicked as hell. And just like the precept said, and that I quoted earlier in Matthew 24, I think 12, the love of many is waxing cold. And that's because great iniquity shall abound. And that's because, you know, all the wickedness and bullshit is running rampant. Everybody is different and all out of whack and things of that nature. But hey, it's gonna be so bad out here that dead bodies all over the place, man. And if you're of the elect, hey, you don't got nothing to worry about. But if you're not, hey, that's a wrap for you.
And real quick, those dead bodies that gonna be laying in the street, which is gonna be Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. Real quick, it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, and then that third it represents the hope for that, the righteous men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. So verse 9 it says, and I will bring the third through the fire. Okay, and that fire represents the furnace of adversity, which is basically Jacob's trouble. All right, and all of the atrocities that get ready to happen right here in America. Okay, the race war, you know, missiles being shot over here from other countries and so on and so forth. And it says that I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai is my power. All right.
This is 2 Esdras 15. You can't talk about like race wars and civil wars without bringing this. This is woe. 2 Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another. Well, one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. It says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, evading one another, and there shall not regard their kings nor princes, nor, it said, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Just jumping down to 18, it says, for because of the pride of the cities, there shall be trouble. Oh, man, it just cut off. It said, for there shall be some, jump down to 18, it says, for because of the pride of the cities shall be trouble, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Now, men shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. And that's all coming to this place, man. And we're seeing little small bits and pieces of it now, but hey, just further on going into this further on into this walk, we're gonna see a lot more of that. There's gonna be a lot of sedition amongst men.
Yeah, well, precept. I'm gonna end up this right here, man. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It's in the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. So that's what we're talking about. We're about to go into a time of Jacob's trouble, which really already in that time. It's only going to intensify. But the scripture said, but he should be saved out of it, representing the hope of elect. Elect gonna get saved up out of this coming perilous times, man. This race war is about to happen. You know, Esau gets one last attempt to go with the nation of Yasharala. You know, when the Lord said he's gonna come like a dragon, you know what I mean? He's gonna come with everything he got, his technology, all his agencies, his troops, everything Esau got that he hold in the back, he gonna unleash it on Yasharala, man. If you ain't got the Lord with you, you're not gonna make it through this. So with that being said, you know, we hope it's been edifying. Want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash,
Kwam Yasharala wa Baba Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala, baby, Kwam Yasharala. Hey, and stay locked in, man. Yahushua's quickly on his way.
Hey, Tawada for tuning in.